right, welcome back, everybody. It's a little bit before 10, but we are back with our second game of the day. NCSU Red Overwatch is going to be going against Florida Atlantic U. Pretty excited to see this.
Yeah, no, I think that this will be a very exciting one. It seems like the first map might be Lijiang Tower, which should be exciting to see. I think that we got to see it last map. It was we did get to see it last match, but we didn't get to see it for very long. But maybe this one might be a bit more of a nail biter, a bit of a closer game to see.
Yeah, absolutely. NC State, it wasn't that hard of a match last time. The first map, we kind of played it seriously, and then the second map, well,
yeah,
things
cut
changed.
loose a little bit.
So it looks like we are going to be on Lijiang, like I said, the bread and butter for the first map all the time. And then the first bans are going to be through. It looks like FAU is going to be banning the Wu Yang, and NC State is going to be banning the Zarya. So Splice is going to be banning the Zarya again. They don't want to go with the Zarya Reaper. So they're going to probably try to go the Junker Queen, maybe the Hazard, maybe the Ram. I mean, we did see the Ram. It's not a common pick right now. He did get nerfed pretty heavily recently, but we'll see if he decides to run out on that.
And if I can ask, what was the nerf on Ram?
The nerf on Ram was that his block when he was in his form.
Yeah, the one where he sticks his arms up.
Yeah, he's like that. He does that.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
big beefy guy.
Basically what they did is so they made it so you couldn't press it and unpress it every single you could just block, unblock, block, unblock. So it was pretty strong of a block ability. So now they did is they put it on a cooldown of I think 1 second, but you can't just instantly block again after letting your guard down. And also his vortex, the slow thing, that's the technical term.
Yeah.
It made it so it didn't slow down horizontal movement anymore, which was a really big thing because it was if you got stuck in the vortex before, if you were low enough, you probably were dead because people would be shooting at you and you
it's
were
like a
kind
tar
of going in a straight
pit.
line. Yeah, exactly. But now they removed that horizontal slowdown. So we're gonna, so Hazard kind of got nerfed a tiny bit. Well, not a tiny bit. It kind of people are saying there's still varying accounts on if he's gutted, if he's now playable. I think in pro play they've played him a little bit, but
yeah, no, we're in the Ram trenches. It's over.
yeah,
Pack it up.
Yeah, if you're on Ram, just throw it away. I think they got a 30% win rate on Ramacha right now across all ranks. But we are gonna be yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's crazy.
We are gonna be going in now. I'm excited to see if we see there's no Tracer ban, so we might see Lobby on the Tracer and Oblivion on the Genji. Because I think that's why Lobby wasn't on the why Oblivion was not on the Genji beforehand, potentially.
Yeah, no, I mean the team comps have really been anything but what we've predicted, but maybe this will be a different one. It seems we have Lucio Junker Queen for Splice, which is going to be a bit of a comfort pick for him, but it always brings results, so I'm excited to see how it plans out as well.
Yeah, with the Wu Yang ban, we're going to be seeing Kiri Lucio, a pretty classic common comp before Wu Yang was introduced, but never mind. Okay, I thought there was a pause being called through, but it was not. Looks like we're going to be going in the Doomfist pick here from the side of Florida, so I'm a little excited to see this Doomfist gaming. TPs are going to come out from both sides here, going to just be faster, and then, yep, Lobby's going to be over on the Tracer. Oblivion not on the Genji, surprisingly. Okay, we're pausing. Any pausers? Okay, yeah, we're going into a pause. I'm not entirely sure why. We will... I think we are going to be...
Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out exactly what is going on.
Oh, it seems like one of the members... We thought that we were missing a member, but it turns out his mic wasn't working. But then I guess I don't know why we're pausing if he was here.
It must have been a miscommunication on some part. Okay, we're restarting. Interesting. Apparently there's a rule if you pause within the first 15 seconds, I want to say, you can restart the lobby. We're gonna see though. It's okay. We're on a different submap now. A little bit of a tech issue, but it looks like we're all good. We're restarting. Nothing different. Oh, interesting.
Oh, and it seems like the different submap means a different tank pick. And right now we're seeing Hazard instead of the Junker Queen now.
Very interesting. I think Splice's Hazard is, I'm gonna say worse, but it's not, it's not bad. I think he's quite good at all tanks. And Oblivion's still gonna be on this Echo. I don't really know why we're not mirroring the Genji here. Nelix is gonna be on the Juno just for the speedering out, and then they're gonna swap over to the Kiriko. pretty much just like TPing out of spawn just to go faster. Looks like they're going to meet in Dojo here. Splice is going to be on the inside. Oh, Nelix gets the diff onto the Kiriko already here, so it looks like FAU is already going to be down one. This Lucio's getting looked out pretty hard, but not going to be able to find anything. Oblivion goes down, so NC State is going to be up one. Going to be looking at this Lucio, but I think that FAU is just going to back up here.
And it really seems like every time we see this NCSU comp play, they just zone out the entire enemy team, and then we can see Splice holding the choke points and making sure that nobody can get through.
Yeah, really strong position here from NC State. Splice drops pretty low. Suzu comes out here to make sure he stays alive. Still really low, but it looks like they're going to be able to stay alive. Looks like the contest is going to come through onto the point here. Oblivion is able to get on the Kiriko, so no Kiriko from the side of FAU. The flip does come through, however, but Lobby is going to be able to kill the Doomfist, and it looks like the flip is just going to come right on back to NC State.
Yeah, no, they can't seem to keep it for too... Oh, unless they have one lone soldier. It looks like they have the Lucio stalling out for them. Just enough to get a bit more percentage. I don't know if they'll be able to reclaim this point, but they sure are fighting for it, it seems like.
Yeah, a little bit of a more percentage, but it's at the end of the day, it's just a stagger out. So nothing too bad, nothing really gained from the side of FAU. In fact, they're going to actually push up really close. This pulse bomb's going to come through here, and Gap is going to explode. Wow, what a really bad kick here from the side of FAU. I mean, they're going to chase all the way back to their spawn.
Yeah, no, that is certainly a momentum stopper for NCSU there. I didn't realize that Pulse actually killed the charge, but we have the Hazard ult coming out, cornering Lucio.
Gap kills himself somehow in that engagement. Oblivion does go down, but 4 members of FAU are down already. So, you know, not much loss. The downpour is committed, and FAU does have 5 ults here available to them, and NC State only has 3. So we'll have to see how NC State wants to play around this. They must know that all 5 ults are available.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be, if there was a time to see Florida Atlantic come back, it would be right now with every single ult online. The Kyrie ult coming out first, matched by a Kitsune by NCSU as well.
Looks like Bunka's going to go down here. Splice is able to get the kill on the Tracer. The beat is committed from FAU. 3 ults already popped. 2 ults already popped from the side of FAU, excuse me. And, I mean, they don't really get much for it. Oblivion pops the... Oh, that is interesting. Still 3 ults here from the side of FAU. If they manage to win this fight, it could be bad. The blade gets popped. Oh, able to get the connection here. Looking at the Kiriko now. Kiriko is going to go down here. It's 2 picks from the Genji here on the side of FAU. The flip comes back through, however, for NC State. So they are going to keep gaining this percentage. Gap is so low. Did pop that ult. Oh, what a disgusting stick from Lobby onto the Genji. Wow. And it looks like
dash.
Mid dash is quite impressive, and it looks like NC State is going to be able to keep this point under their control and manages to get it to 100%. That's the first sub round for NC State.
Yeah, it really is. And NC State throughout this whole, I mean, it's looking like this game and all of the last, they're just so oppressive, and they can never seem to be knocked off a point once they capture it, and they're just clawing tooth and nail for every single bit of percent they can get, and it doesn't look like FAU is really getting any space whatsoever here.
Yeah, it was really difficult because FAU came into that with 5 ults, and then they decided to pop both of their support ults and nothing else. So quite interesting. Oblivion is going to be on the far now. This is something that we've seen a couple of times out of him. I don't know how much success it will gain, considering his Echo. I did at one point see him try to sticky his demons on point, so that was quite interesting.
Yes.
But we will see what happens here.
I mean, there is a lot of airspace on this map, especially on the point. It's a very high roof, so there's a lot of room for Oblivion to just kind of take to the skies and pick out whenever people aren't necessarily going to be looking at him.
Yeah, Nelix gets an opening pick onto the Tracer already. He's really good at these left clicks on this Kiriko, and then Lobby gets another kill, and then the D-Mech comes through, and that's just NC State kind of just rolling over FAU on this first fight.
Yeah, it really is convincing how they're able to like just take control of every single engagement so efficiently. I like it seems like they don't even need like the ults are powerful, but it's so commanding even without such powerful abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Gap is going to swap over to the Hazard to mirror. Interesting play there. I don't know if Gap is quite that good at Hazard. I don't know much about Gap, to be fair. Oh, the wall on the inside making it so... Oh, the Hazard is able to get out, however. This Tracer's going to be alone on point, just dies to nothing, and it looks like NC State is going to be up one. Maybe try to push this aggression here. Oh, but Nellis gets taken out here, so it is going to be a 4v4. And Red goes down, so no Kiriko's on either side here. You have to make sure your Lucio stays alive at it. Is Lucio only healing here? Gap is so incredibly low here. He's going to go down. Slice is also so low, but it looks like NC State is going to be able to stabilize despite the fact that they lost their Kiri that fight.
My ultimate is charged.
Yeah, no, not a whole lot of leeway gotten by FAU there. There was really some. I mean, it seemed like a whole lot of nothing. Honestly, we do see Splice constantly putting down the spray whenever he has the chance, and with all the downtime he's getting in between these fights, it's sure like he's painting the walls with it.
Lobby gets the diff onto the Tracer here. Typical Tuesday for Lobby. Oblivion gets the kill onto the Kiriko. And it looks like NC State is going to go back to the spawn just to, you know, show them who's boss.
Yeah, and this is marked not a single map, I believe, where NCSU hasn't been able to push the enemy team back into their spawn door.
It's pretty rough. The rush comes through, but 3 are going to be down here from the side of FAU. Brax is going to go back into his spawn, try to save his KD, but he's not going to be able to. Yui's goes down, and it's a team kill at 94%. They're not even going to respawn in time. Some of them, well, actually, no, they are going to get the same way. But there's the barrage. It doesn't matter. Oblivion goes down, but it's 100-0 on the second map. And that is the map for NC State.
Yeah, I mean, this really just highlights everything we've been seeing tonight. Just dominating, ruthless performance by the NCSU Overwatch team. They really have a way of commanding the battlefield and making sure nobody has the opportunity to even challenge them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it goes really well with the aggression that they all bring to the table. I think that they all try to play as aggressively as possible. So now it's going to be FAU's map pick and ban. I think you'd probably want to keep your Wu Yang this time. The Diva, it looks like there might be a little bit of a tank issue, so we might try to maybe ban a comfort tank. Maybe we take you to a map that, you know, Hazard isn't that, you know, broken or something. Well, I wouldn't say broken, but looks like. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, just even if FAU does come through and ban this or ban the Hazard, Splice has the pocket Junker Queen. So even if they, you know, take out one, he always has the Junker Queen, which I feel like might be. I guess I've only seen him really play Hazard, but I feel like Junker Queen might be a little bit more of a day one comfort pick for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really confident on the Junker Queen. I've definitely seen him on it before. I think his hero skill rating right now is like champ, I think, on that character. It's kind of disgusting to see him play. The first ban is going to come out here from Gap. We're going to go straight into it. No breaks here. Gap is going to be banning the Pharah. That's FAU's ban. So now the DPS is protected. So NCSU cannot ban a DPS here.
Yeah, and I feel like Farah certainly came through on that last sub map there, but I feel like before that, Farah wasn't really that big of an issue for FAU. I feel like there were, you know, maybe the Genji or the Tracer. I suppose FAU has Genjis and Tracers that they'd like to keep for themselves, but when you have such like a powerful and aggressive DPS character still available to NCSU, I question how effective the Farah ban really is going to be.
I mean, it looks like the second ban, NC State's ban, is going to be coming through. It's going to be a ban onto the Lucio here. So they're going to be wanting to play this Kiriko Wu Yang. Bunka Chunko's Wu Yang is something to be, you know, a sight to be beholded. So we're going to be going right on into Atlas. Recently just got back into the map pool after the bug where there was a staircase leading up to a certain point that had no stair and you could just fall through the map.
Really? I wasn't aware of this.
Yes, for a while, the map pool consisted of only Suravasa for Flashpoint. So luckily, we have Atlas back for a little bit more variety. They finally managed to figure it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I feel like it wouldn't be a true Overwatch season if a map wasn't taken out for some incredible incredible mistake on the map.
It is crazy that that is something that does happen and something that was allowed into a patch, but here we are. It looks like Gap is going to be on the Zarya. The Zarya Reaper is going to be coming out here from the side of FAU. So, you know, they weren't able to play that last time because of the Zarya ban from NC State, but now that they're able to see it, maybe we see a shift change from FAU.
And honestly, I wouldn't mind to see it. You know, I love to see NCSU just have such a commanding lead, but I also love watching a good game of Overwatch. So any signs of life coming through from FAU here, you know, it might be a bit refreshing.
Yeah, Oblivion is going to be on this flank here. So Suzu's going to be popped already. Wow, Gap is so incredibly low. Goes down to Bunko, who is able to get so much damage in on this Wu Yang here. So they're already going to be down their tank. Not going to be able to find anything else. Oh, Bunko Chucker does go down here, however. The Queen is going to be popped here, so we're going to be able to see this Queen in action. Oblivion is able to kill the Tracer, and it looks like NC State is going to be able to get first cap. I'm not sure if the fight is totally won yet, especially with Gap being able to come back, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Flashpoint, it has a way of being able to switch so quickly between who's like leading. It's really hard for someone to get like such a commanding lead on the first point. So this is really going to be a true back and forth as Junker Queen gets pushed off the point by Gap.
Yeah, pretty strong showing. It looks like some trades are coming through here from the side of FAU. Oblivion goes down, but Chris does go down. Splice is going to be so incredibly low, going to be going down here, and it looks like NC State is going to lose the point here. Bunka is going to go down late into the fight, so it is FAU's point now.
Yeah, we'll see how long they can hold on to it with NCSU regrouping, the Tracer, Kiri, and Wu Yang ults coming up on deck. The Reaper and Junker Queen a little bit farther behind, but I mean, I think that Kiri ult should be enough to really turn the tides, but they would be pushing. Oh, and a Death Blossom coming up by Rax. Doesn't seem to get anybody, but certainly keeps him off the point for a little bit. And the Kiri ult.
I mean, Gap is able to kill it on Splice, so, you know, the rush comes through from NC State. It's not looking like, oh, Thread goes down, or Thread is able to kill Bunka, excuse me. So it looks like Lobby's going to get a little bit of point pressure, but not going to be able to actually get the flip here. And NC State actually is down in percentage now.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen NCSU on the back foot here. They really are struggling to kind of put any edge, but and with this grab, it's certainly going to keep them slowed down. I think that was a 4-man grab.
Yeah, the bubble gets popped here also from the side of NCSU. Not going to be able to find anything. Lobby's able to get the kill onto the Tracer, however, so it is going to be a little bit of a fight on this point now. Bubble's going to come through from the side of Chris. Going to be able onto this. Oh, the Zarya, the Junker Queen is so low and is going to go down here. Chris is going to be taken out from Lobby, however. So it looks like Splice's death is not going to be entirely in vain. Oh, the flip is so close, but Nux goes down, and it looks like that they might actually lose this first point. Oblivion pops the Reaper ult and finds nothing with it, and Cap comes through. They're able to kill Gap, but it doesn't matter. Wow.
And I believe that they were able to get the overtime cap while Tracer was recalling.
Yeah.
Which is a bit crazy.
A bit of an unfortunate situation to be in, you know. You're caught in this recall, so you aren't technically standing on the point. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but really just that Zarya charge got so high and was so commanding. And NCSU just wasn't able to push through it.
I don't know if the Junker Queen is going to work into this comp. I mean, every time you go for an axe, they just bubble it out. Looks like this Reaper's going to be teleporting onto this Wu Yang. Going to be able to stay alive, however, but a lot of cooldowns to use already. Rack is so incredibly low. The bubble's going to be... the bubble's going to be Wu Jack. Gap is able to get Oblivion here. Oh my god, I actually got something in my throat because of how off
it was just such an insane bubble.
Oh my god. So Bunka loses the bubble here, and I mean... you pop an ult to lose the fight there. I guess Rush was used from the side of FAU, but still, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult situation for NC State. You have the Queen ult, but how do you make sure it doesn't get bubbled or it doesn't get Suzu'd?
Yeah, and especially with the Reaper ult on deck on Rax. I mean, that's such a powerful tool to just get people away from you. And the jungle Queen.
Queen ult comes through, not going to be able to connect onto any Zodi. Pulse comes out, not going to be able to get any kills either. Gap is so low, going to be taking out Rax. He's going to pop his ult. Nelix is going to go down here. Bunka is so incredibly low. Chris is going to go down. No supports on either side. Splice is dead. It's a very scrappy fight. Tracer v Tracer on point along with the Kiriko. Oh, just kidding. The Kiriko goes down and the flip happens. Lobby is able to kill Tracer and Splice is going to swap over to the Zarya.
Oh, so yeah, no, we have a bit of a Zarya Ditto match coming up here. I'm be interested to see how Splice is able to play this. But yeah, we have NCSU racking up some percentage here on the second point. And hopefully they can hold on to it for a fair bit of time. Maybe, you know, maybe capture the point as well. Lobby just hiding behind the entire team, waiting for the right moment.
Oh, doesn't get the kill. Oblivion is also in the backline, but not going to be able to find anything. Grav is going to come through here. I don't know if it connected onto anything. Nellis is able to get the racks. Gap is able to kill Oblivion. Rush is going to come through from both sides. Splice is so incredibly low here. Going to be able to stay alive. Oh, is he going to be able to stay alive? He's taking a lot of damage. Gap is so low himself. The bubble's going to come through here. Splice is going to blow up on impact here. And it looks like FA... Oh, no, Chris goes down. Nellis is also low, though. Nellis goes down. The bubble comes through onto Lobby here. Going to be looking at this Kiriko. Going to be able to take down the Kiriko. Lobby is single-handedly keeping this point alive. But Bunka's able to get Rax. Bunka's able also to get the Tracer. And it looks like somehow FAU have lost this fight. And it looks like NC State, on the backs of Bunka and Lobby, have secured this point.
Yeah, and you were talking about how lethal Bunka's Wu Yang was before the match even started. And we could see there he was able to clean up 2 of the remaining people that were trying to contest on the side of FAU there.
Yeah, I mean, if you are the side of FAU, you're pretty upset with losing that point. I mean, you pop both of your support ults, you pop the grab. I mean, you're close to another grab already. You need your pulse bomb to go kind of crazy here. Hopefully you can hit a support or something. The Reaper's going to teleport in, and the Wraith is going to be forced. Not going to be able to find anything. Lobby's getting a lot of poke damage onto Rax. No Wraith form either. Point's going to unlock here in 5 seconds. Oblivion looking for the TP in. He's going to be looking at this. Oh, the Wu Ying is so low. Going to be taken down from Oblivion. Going to be able to find that kill. Splice is so high charged right now. Going to be looking at this Reaper. Lobby's going to be able to kill Yui, and Lobby's able to kill Red, and Gap is able to put straight onto Oblivion, but not going to be able to last much longer, and NC State is going to get the first tap here.
And that was really, once that Wu Yang fell and their heals sort of faltered a little bit, they were just able to tear through all of FAU's team there, especially with such high charge on Splice with Zarya. It was, I mean, it was wraps.
Yeah, pretty bad opening pick here from the side of FAU. Lobby gets an early kill on the thread. That's so bad. You pretty much just have to back up immediately. Grab is going to come through from Gap. Ooh, Oblivion pops ult and kills 2. Lobby is able to get another one. And FAU trying to grab to stabilize the fight actually backfires. And it causes them to actually lose because of Oblivion's ult.
Yeah, that was an insane turning of the tide there. In just an instant, FAU went from, you know, trying to push their own play to just getting ran over by that Reaper ult.
Yeah, and it looks like NC State is going to be cleaning them up right outside of their spawn yet again, kind of what we saw in Lijiang. It started out a little bit scary from the side of from NC State on this map. You know, they were down a point, and then it was up to like 80-something% on the second one. But they are going to go back to spawn, and it's now going to be 2-1 for the side of NC State.
Yeah, no, they really started off a bit slower, but they've been picking up steam ever since that first point and have not stopped. And now we have the Splice ult coming up as well.
I don't know if I love those ults, actually. I mean, yes, you get the kills, but point hasn't even unlocked yet. They're going to be respawning before we even get anything involved. And now you
20 seconds to walk back.
I mean, yeah, you pop your grab and you pop your bomb, so... I mean, both supportals versus both supportals here. Oblivion is going to be 70 to this boss number, so there's the first rush here from the thread. Bubble's going to come through from the thread. Oh, thread is so incredibly low here. The Zarya's going to be stunned, not going to be able to take it down, though, however. No Wraith form available. Now he's going to push the rush here. Suzu's going to come out. Not going to be able to find anything of value. Chris is so low. Going to have the wave pop. Going to grab the Mega here from type Oblivion here. And he's going to be backing up. Oh, Oblivion is barely able to TP out there. Gap has this grab available if they want to pop it. I don't know how winnable this fight is. Bunga goes down, making it very winnable. However, Lobby gets the kill onto the Tracer here. And it looks like NC State's in a very scrappy fight. Have to back off a point here unless they find another kill. They have the potential, however, Oblivion goes down. I don't know how winnable it is. Splice has one bubble left but goes down, and it looks like NC State, they did get 50%, however.
Yeah, and even though Splice, he was kind of fighting the losing battle there with the Kiri, he was able to survive for a little bit longer and just secure that little bit of extra percentage, which, I mean, with how close some of these points have been, might just be the deciding factor.
Yeah, Bunka's able to get a really nice kill onto the Tracer here, so they are going to be down one. The grab is going to come early here. Going to be able to get Nelix. Nelix gets solo grab there. Pulse comes out, not going to be able to find anything. Oh, Splice kills Rax. Lobby is able to kill Gap. That slot can come through from Oblivion here, and it looks like Chris is just going to die on point here. 47% from the side of FAU. Not the greatest. You're going to have to fight here with 3 ults. NC State doesn't have anything though, so you have that to look forward to if you're FAU.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the ult economy here, especially with Kiri coming up as well, there's not a lot that NCSU can fight on to counter these. And the Weeding ult coming out really early into this engagement.
Really early. They're able to kill Nelix with it, and Lobby's going to be in the backline. The grab is going to come through from NC State. Oh, but they don't touch! They don't touch! NC State win because FAU doesn't touch the point.
Ooh, wow. I mean, part of me thinks that they were just stuffed out. They couldn't do anything. That is truly a remarkable way to see this game end. A bit, maybe anticlimactic, but that was, I mean, I forgot about the point myself too. The game just ended. I wasn't expecting it.
Wow. I mean, that was quicker than our first match. Even though it was closer, it was quicker because, you know, I think for the first point, Lijiang was pretty similar to what we saw last time. You know, NC State going to the spawn doors, kind of steamrolling them. They did get a little bit of percentage. I think they got like 40 or something compared to the last team that got like 17. But I actually was NC State looked a little. They didn't look immortal on the second map. They did drop a point. You know, I think it was maybe forcing the Junker Queen there, but they swapped over to the Zarya and then they managed to get it done at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these like the Titans that was NCSU in the first game, really just such a convincing win. It was so hard to see any way that they could be stopped, but FAU really kind of put a falter on them and showed that these guys are still human. They aren't this team made purely of gods, but at the end of the day, they still won the game. So
yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, they're still undefeated in NACE. Really good showing from the NC State Red team on the Overwatch. We hope that you guys all enjoyed watching, and be sure to follow and stick around for the next stream. I think we don't have anything until Monday. I believe so. So, you know, have a good weekend, everybody. Be sure to tell somebody that you love them. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. See you.